Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. I am Precious Mzeya. Sakaleji, the headlines. LUSAKA parents desert 2 children with unknown skin condition. Government advised to rethink the provision of tax holidays to investors. Details coming through after this commercial.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. RENGLOW, your smart irrigation partner.
And now the Midday News in detail. Ndola businessman has testified before the LUSAKA Magistrate Court under the Specialized Economic Finance Crimes Court of how he was left puzzled after finding out that an account given to him by former Kabushi Member of Parliament, Boma Lusambo, to deposit a sum of 880,000 kwacha for a land did not have Mr. Lusambo's names.
Former Kabushi Member of Parliament Boma Lusambo has continued appearing before the LUSAKA's Magistrate Court under the Specialized Economic Financial Crimes Court, together with his wife Nancy Manasseh, on corruption-related allegations following their arrest in February 2022. The couple has been slapped with 10 different charges, among them being in possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime, concealing property, charges which they have denied. Monday morning, they claimed that he had received the money and the details were okay. The witness said he had given his accountant to make this deposit into an FNB account that Mr. Lusambo had given him. According to the witness examination-in-chief, the account number that Mr. Lusambo gave him were bearing the names of Sylvia Mtale. Allegations in one of the count is that Mr. Lusambo between the 1st of May 2015 and the 31st of December 2021 in Ndola unlawfully acquired property number L/39876/M in the name of Frontier Management Services Limited. The property was later transferred to Guinea Son at a consideration of 880,000 kwacha for his own benefit. The matter comes up in October 2022. Miriam Kaimba reporting for Camnet TV News.
2 children of Kanyama compound in LUSAKA who are suffering from stubborn skin rashes for 4 months have been deserted by their parents who are on separation. The children, who are girls aged 6 and 4 years old, are being taken care of by a Good Samaritan who is also looking after 7 orphans is in a predicament to find a cure for the rashes that the 2 children are suffering from.
This is Grace Mumba, the youngest, aged 4. Our entire body, from my head, upper body, hands, is covered in itching and strange-looking rashes. Our elder sister Leka, aged 6, is also suffering from the same rashes. They stay in this 2-roomed house and being kept by a Good Samaritan. They are stigmatized by other children for fear their skin rash would spread as it did when it started with Grace in June. How did they find themselves in such a predicament? It was in June when their mother dumped them at their father's house after their marriage ended. The woman has since relocated to Chipata and has disappeared in thin air. Their father, Mwelwa Mumba, who is a wheelbarrow pusher at Soweto Market, took them to the house of his first wife since he's always busy carrying luggage for his clients. The first wife cannot explain because she's also being kept by our elder sister. The elder sister, Sarah Mulwanda, who is camera shy, narrates that she took charge of the 2 children out of pity, despite their father having divorced with her sister and had no children.
So much one the boy the copper belt. So for by Shisa, Abakashiba John Link. It's Badeta Bana Mkuba for Baba Muinabana. Baba Munabani for our sended by that dua what's it? Kavian Kwanda by that doing. For by Shidabana Kuriba Wishivo. So I shall make a febek. So what 2 days so Tavaria Kunch to Basangam so it. Benja bad. so fona bebenjebera abana balefa ikokudya ero imomune echo mapanga ndabakula alyenshi kashi mule bashako kumwesu nakulaba mona ofo bambiro kulabasha bale basha uruchero nga baleisa bawishibwa abana kubapera echimbala efya kulya balesha dyonse nga bayisa abana baleisa ne echimbala sometimes ngatamva mwene fast nchibaraja chachine echimbala so batwala ku clinic babalembera omutito abashitirako tafyalepo again futhi balemba omutimpi yashashupa no shitomutsi eurunamba okubasenda nombapa eurunamba okubasenda nomba okulaba monako nomba kairi stumo mutsi na ineshikwanisha shikwanisha kali na ineshibomba nsunga bana banshwero mengi almost 11 abana kwete pano bomba fema piece work so nomba ashupe ine abo afidisho ninga fire yakwa fati umutsi 15 then transport yakwe bati nababwekesha abana kuti banina kai banina bafyukirefi ero bayiri banina abo baba kwisa bana nishi ni shabe shibaneshi na ino kwa mnaponja muna baba kwisa kuchipata.
Asked whether the rushes were painful and if at all they wanted to go to school, they could only nod their heads.
Baba vilonda ufuna mambo nda kuskulu vima baba vilonda
It is an irony that the youngest child is called Grace and is the most affected. Has the human race lost compassion such that children can be abandoned by their own biological parents? Tito Kalama, Camnet News.
The African Parliamentarian Network on Illicit Financial Flows and Taxation has alleged that Zambia has been losing about $630 million United States dollars annually due to tax evasion by multinational corporations.
Down with African governments who give tax concessions and tax holidays to multinationals in our countries down. Forward with an Africa that mobilizes resources domestically for development. Forward.
Illicit financial flows have continued to rob the African continent of the much-needed resources to develop its continent despite being rich in natural resources. African Parliamentarian Network on Illicit Financial Flows and Tax Evasion have since convened for a two-day annual conference in Lusaka to deliberate on how the legislative arm of government can play a part in ending financial flows. Parliamentarians drawn from different African countries are in attendance and are hopeful that a solution to end exploitation on the tax system on the continent will be found.
Down with profit shifting in Africa, down. Down with price misinvoicing in Africa, down. Down with profit shifting in Africa, down. Down with price collusion in Africa, down. Down with multinationals in Africa who reap minerals out of Africa and leave those poverties and leave those communities so impoverished, down.
And speaking at the same event, institution chair Chandaka Totowe says it is disappointing to note that Zambia has been losing about $630 million United States dollars annually due to tax evasions by multinational corporations.
It is estimated that in Zambia we lose approximately around $630 million due to these illicit financial flows annually, especially from the mining sector. The powerful countries encourage us to get loans from institutions with direct or hidden conditionalities. Furthermore, they aid African countries with bilateral loans and they follow the disbursements and usage to the book. But the question is, why don't they help us follow the multinational corporations under their feet to the book?
Mr. Katotowe, who is also Luapula Member of Parliament, adds that it is disappointing to note that some African leaders have been giving tax holidays to multinational cooperatives in order to create jobs for the local people, while the jobs being created are of low grades.
The multinationals, by giving them tax incentives or tax breaks as they are commonly referred to, in order to create jobs or save jobs. However, the jobs created have been dismal and of low grade, therefore not corresponding to the tax breaks. This means that our tax incentives are not guided by cost-benefit analysis.
And speaking at the same event, Tax Justice Network Africa Executive Director has wondered how some countries that do not even have minerals have been mentioned among the top rich countries in the world, while the source of the minerals are the poorest.
The scourge of illicit financial flows that is denying African countries billions of dollars annually cannot be curbed through an informed and proactive legislature that is seeing the domestic loopholes that facilitate aggressive tax avoidance and tax planning, particularly by unscrupulous multinational companies.
Ending financial flows and tax invasions will not only create more resources for the African continent, but also allow the people of Africa benefit from its wealth. Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Over 1,000 households in Lusaka's Makeni Villa area who have been enjoying free power from ZESCO for 6 years because of a court land dispute have cried foul after the utility firm moved in and cut the power.
A few years back, Makeni Villa quickly sprung up as a residential area, and those with deep pockets scrambled for the parcel of land and quickly built houses. They were connected to the national electricity grid and started paying for the service. After they were comfortably settled and acquired tenants and built shops and having a steady income, in 2016, a man appeared from nowhere and claimed he owned the parcel of land they had built their houses on. The matter was taken to court and the landlords stopped paying for electricity service awaiting court ruling. However, their honeymoon of free electricity recently came to an end after ZESCO allegedly moved in and cut power supply by removing service cables to over 1,000 households.
Land yali in question because yali court. So ZESCO balishide ingiramu. ZESCO balishide ingiramu nokwisa tweba tufire twaleko kushitama light bapoka first bapoka nintambo. Then after babwera ku ZESCO futi baisa batwashire ntambo. So from 2016 area yonzo kufuma ku road about 1,000 houses so tatushitama light from 2016 up to last year December. ZESCO balisa bwera tawe ifintu chonse natuchita legalize ni mwambo kushitama light. Baisa isa yambia mayanda yambi balisa bika mu tuma prepaid. Baisa ndati momwe bashikweta ma prepaid chitena apply. We applied. Twatwala ku ZESCO kulia inenga ni nebo quotation yandi alifumile. Yasa format meter separation. Baisa ndatawe ingande yenu ilefa ikamwambe fe 1 not meter separation. Na form nama numbers ninkwata na ku ZESCO nali andeshita follow up banje ba mukese ko mailo mukese ko after 2 weeks mukese ko after shan nama papers ninkwata but kusadda wa last week Tuesday ZESCO baisa nokusaputula. We tried to explain bonse na quotations not kwata abengi bali kwata ma quotations but ZESCO tabale umfefe bonse bali tuputwira ma light nomba to ala chitashan cause if te problem yes ni problem ya ZESCO te problem yes if we are ready to pay tatulekana chitechi tulipira ma light tufirefe tualipira cause LOA just because bali shile tuchita inconvenience pa first from 2016. So it's not our problem, ni problem ya ZESCO.
Awe seti danda ola tabe ma shops huko batishita affect business. Sibana tipase notice kuti bashita bwanji babozi mama light so that vintu vatu tishite bwanji tinkala we kuti babozi mama light mwaona. So batishita affect business sienda. Mwaona bezofunika batipasa notice kuti bafuna ovala then manje tachosamo vija vintu vama light mwaona. So tipapata shuwa tiyanganileni mutiyanganile mwe bantu chaneteze okuvoterani mwe bantu nikutiyanganira te bantu bovutika mwaona.
Nankala tinali kugula malaiti after vabwera manje vamene vachundu vapwanya mpaka tinachita bwanji mpaka tinarwisha mpaka baeriza vanabwera kulwisha venango ndalama zinaonongeka kuti tichite za kwa loya. So hapo kunkala after manje vakamba kuti mataito yazachoka niye pamina anabwera kuti segulira malaiti kupeza ntambo zinango ZESCO babwera bajuva kuwafunsa nga izi ntambo siziyaka chifukwa chachiyani ati yayi amene ili pa system ni mozi.
Tito Kalama, Camnet News.
LUSAKA parents desert 2 children with a non-skin condition. Government advised to rethink the provision of tax holidays to investors. Those were the headlines. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.